Hello and welcome to this week's Counter Attack with me, Jamie O'Hara and Jose Enrique. Big defeat in the Carabao Cup final for Pochettino. I mean, he must be gutted. But here's the burning question this week. Will he be sacked at Chelsea if he loses to Leeds in the FA Cup? Jose, what's your thoughts?
To be honest with Chelsea, you don't know. Jamie, if I think it's the right thing to do, the reality is if obviously they put Pochettino out, who is gonna go there? You understand? That's the issue with them. But I think he's a good manager and he can do a good project there. I think so. Actually, against Liverpool, they have many chances that they missed that they could have won the game. That's the truth. Easily, they could have won the game. It's true
Yeah.
that they play against kids for half an hour, but it's so many kids in that in their side as well. It's
Mm.
true that obviously they pay a lot of million for them, but it's I don't know. I think they can do it. They can know. If I was Chelsea, I won't. I don't think they should sack him. They cannot be just sacking managers and pay them all the time. I think it will be wrong. I'm not sure what you think, but it's very unexpected with Chelsea what they can
Yeah,
do.
I don't think they'll sack him this season. I think next season, if they don't kick on, if they don't show big progression, they need to be fighting for top four spot. Whether they get in Europe or not, it doesn't look like it this season. But they need to be getting in them areas. They need to have a good run again. Obviously the Carabao Cup would have painted over a lot of cracks in that, in that team, in that season really, and it kind of fell apart from losing against Liverpool. And it was the manner of the defeat as well in the extra time when they had them by the scruff of the neck. They had Liverpool by the balls and they didn't counter on it. They didn't seize the moment, let themselves down. And really and truthfully, Pochettino will have to look at himself and say, did I do enough as a manager in extra time to get it over the line? So again, question marks are over him because he hasn't won a trophy in England. So, Chelsea, they won't sack him yet. But I tell you what, next season, if he don't start the season well, he's banging trouble.
Agreed.
Jurgen Klopp said yesterday that it was it was the most special trophy he's won as Liverpool manager. Big statement, but where does it really rank? You've got Champions League, you've got the Premier League, and you've got the League Cup. I mean, I understand why he said it because of the young lads and the way they won it and what they've come through with the injuries and stuff to win that. But come on, mate, Champions League's the boy, isn't it?
And I think as well, Jamie, he said because you could see in the celebration. I never see him enjoying it so much, because I believe he knows it's maybe the last one or maybe not. Hopefully not. That's why I
What
believe
is
he
the last one? He
said
said
as
he's
well.
leaving. The
Well, he
last
said
League
no,
Cup.
no, no. But I mean, like he can win another trophy, so enjoy it. But maybe it's the last trophy he win for the club. That's what
Yeah,
I meant.
yeah, yeah.
You never know. So obviously he really enjoyed, because he know maybe it's the last one, maybe not, but he enjoyed as it was the last one. So and then, like you say, for me, the Champions League is the best, obviously, for you and I as a former players. But if you are, I think for Liverpool fans, definitely was the Premier League. I
Yeah.
100% think it was the Premier League. For that long, I think it was 30 years in total that the club didn't win the Premier League. So I think it's the Premier League and the Champions League after. For the fans, for us as former players, would you rather win? Obviously, the Champions League.
Yeah, of course. I agree with you. I think for Liverpool, Premier League, then Champions League, look, well done. They won the League Cup. It is only the League Cup, in terms of major honours, it's one of the lowest ones, really. So I
Yeah.
get it. I understand why he said it because of the kids and because of the way they've come through adversity there to kind of get that over the line in that game. Then it felt like a massive win for them. But, you take the Premier League over that all day.
Yeah, 100%.
Goes in, let's play a bit of true or false. Liverpool will win the quadruple.
I hope true, but false. I don't think it's gonna happen. Look at all the injuries that they have.
Yeah.
I
If it
don't
wasn't
think
for
it's
the
gonna
if it
happen.
wasn't for the injuries, Jose, I tell you what, they would have had a great opportunity
It
because
could
they've
be.
got they
It could be.
they're favourites for the Europa. They're top of the league, and they got a decent tie in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
But I just think the injuries is just going to kill them. I think it could kill them for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the issue. It could be because they didn't sign that. Well, it's true that it's many injuries, so it's not an issue with maybe one or two more players. It will make a difference. But it's true, like you say, it could kill them in every competition. So I think no because of the injuries.
Yeah. After Rio Ferdinand said he's not, Is Saka world class? True or false?
Saka,
Saka, is he world class?
I think he can become world class. Yeah, world class right now. Well, but to be honest, if you think about someone in his
Oh, come
position,
on,
you
mate.
know, if
He's listen. In my opinion, he's world class. I do. He's producing on the biggest stage for a team that's fighting for the title, fighting for the Champions League, and he's their best player.
I want to
So
see if he keep doing it in the Champions League. If he's able to do that, he will become world class for me. But world class for me is Bellingham. You know, the world class. Saka has to prove that the biggest stage. He's doing it, but
yeah, well, he's doing it in the
maybe
Premier League. It's the best league in the world. Bellingham's. If you're saying Bellingham's world class, then Saka's world class.
yeah, yeah, but still not putting the numbers of Salah or I don't know world class. Yeah, okay, I give
Oh,
you that
mate,
one.
his
Yeah,
numbers are unbelievable
yeah,
this season.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
putting up some big numbers.
I will give you that one. But for me, to name world class, I think you need a little bit more. But yeah, I love him. He's a top player. I love him.
Okay, here's an interesting one. I want to know your take on this. True or false? Xabi Alonso would be better at Bayern Munich next season than Liverpool.
Honestly, I think he has a very difficult job at Liverpool after Klopp is leaving. And at
Yeah.
Bayern Munich, it's impossible to go worse. You know, so it's easier job Bayern Munich's job than Liverpool. Yeah, it's easier job. You know,
Yeah.
that's the truth. That's the
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah. Where do you think he should go?
Well, I want him to go to Liverpool, and I'm not gonna go against that. You know, I really want
Mm.
him to go to Liverpool,
I
and
think
I
it'd be a
think
mistake for him to go to Liverpool, you know. If Bayern Munich want him, Tuchel's leaving. For me, I think it's a mistake to go to Liverpool. You're leaving an era of Klopp. You're leaving players who are, you know, maybe getting a little bit to the end of their time. Van Dijk and Salah, you know, to name just two. Yes, you've got a young group of players coming through. Yes, the club's been left in a really good position. But I don't. If you're going to go for Bayern Munich or Liverpool, go to Bayern Munich. You've got guaranteed success there. You know, the only team that's beating you is the team that Xabi Alonso's managing at the moment. So next season, you're going to go and dominate. You're going to win the league. You're going to fight for the Champions League. And then one of the
it's
biggest clubs in the world. I just think, for me, it'd be a mistake if Bayern Munich are there for him to go to Liverpool now.
yeah, but at the same time, is one if he wins the Bundesliga, he will have done it with Bayer Leverkusen, and he has to do it with Bayer. But yeah, with Bayer, you should do it. You know that's the truth. So yeah, if you want less pressure, definitely you want to go to Bayer. That's the truth. Because I put at the state, obviously, Klopp when Ferguson left Manchester United is he really, and yesterday even with the fans as well and everything, you can see what he's created with the fans, you know, between the players. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is whoever is coming behind, I know Xabi Alonso is doing a world class job at Bayer Leverkusen, that's the truth, but go to Liverpool and do that, like you said, with players that they are already won every single thing, and then you have an owners that they don't spend crazy. That's the truth, you know. I don't know. It's gonna be a tough job for him if he goes to Liverpool. I want him to go to Liverpool, but like you say, you have both options. You are Xabi Alonso. What you do? I think he will go to Bayern.
Jose, we've seen Everton's 10-point deduction been reduced from 10 to 6, puts them in a much better position. Will they stay up now? I think they would have stayed up anyway, regardless. I just think Luton have gone for a decent period, but they're still leaking goals. Everton are really solid. They don't concede many goals. So just for that reason, I think they would have stayed up anyway, but they're 4 points better off.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think even then he's gonna stay in the Premier League. I will be very surprised if they didn't, even with the 10 points deduction. Obviously now they give you four more. Well, definitely helps, you know, and give them
Yeah.
more. And for the players as well, I believe it's gonna help them, you know, to feel like okay, you know, we are
Pressure's
in a
off a
better
bit.
position now. Yeah, yeah. So I agree with you 100%.
Right, Manchester Derby at the weekend, Jose. You've got to try and do a combined Manchester 11. Now, thinking about this, Jose, I can't argue anyone going into from Man United in this team. So I don't know if you have one player to go in there, but I mean, have you got one?
I think it's nearly impossible with the Manchester City side. But I actually think Maguire is playing quite well now, to be honest
Oh,
with
stop!
you.
Stop yourself.
I
Stop.
actually think he's
I'll
playing
leave
quite
now.
well. No, I actually
Shut
think
up.
so. Is
Fuck,
Ruben Diaz, and
fuck
then who
off.
you gonna? He's playing well. I actually think he's playing well. I'm gonna put my wire there. Yeah, you cannot argue.
I'm leaving. I mean, I'm not even. Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous. You're going to put him in front of John Stones and Diaz or Akanji.
No Diaz, no Diaz. But John Stones, I love John Stones, but I think Maguire can play there. I actually
Oh,
believe so.
go away, mate. Go away. Did you see John Stones last week against Bournemouth? He was like
Yeah,
Perlo at centre half. He's unbelievable, mate. Don't even have that discussion. It's not even the discussion that we are allowed to have.
Maguire
The
now is
Manchester
playing like
Derby combined 11 is all Man City players. Pick who you
no,
want. Pick who you
Maguire.
want. Pick their bench. But it's all Manchester City players. There's no Man United players in it. None of them. None of them.
Maguire is playing like prime Sergio Ramos right now. I think seriously, he's
Get
in
the
a
fuck
very
out
good
of here.
level.
You're talking absolute garbage, mate. Jose, let's talk about FA Cup action, midweek games, big games actually. Blackburn v Newcastle. We'll start with that one. Newcastle really on a bad run of form at the moment. Got pumped against Arsenal. Looked like a million miles away from the team that they were last season. Eddie Howe, if he loses this game, I think the Newcastle fans will start to turn and say maybe we need to move on.
It could be. It could be. I think he really need to beat Blackburn. We spoke about it. You remember when before they beat Sunderland, and we said it was a must-win game. I think this one could be a must-win game as well. I really believe they need to win this one, and fans can't forget about it. Even if they don't finish very high on the table, I think if they are able to win the FA Cup, I
Yeah.
think fans will say, "Yeah, Eddie is the right man still." So if I was Eddie, definitely I would go 100% for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I look.
What do you think?
Look, I think Blackburn are a good side, but Newcastle have to win this game. They can't afford to lose this game. If they do, they're banging trouble in terms of fans starting to turn because you've got at the moment you've still got everyone in Newcastle behind Eddie Howe, but they're falling away in the Premier League. They're falling down the table. They're nowhere near what they were, and there's so many good managers out there, and they are still one of the richest clubs in the world. I know they can't spend money because of FFP, but they have the opportunities to get new managers in, attract big players, and get a huge manager like Jose Mourinho or someone. I
Yeah.
think they got to be. I think they got to be careful, and I think they need to win it. He needs to win this game, Eddie Howe, more than anything. I don't think Eddie Howe will last at Newcastle. I do. I think eventually the owners will look to move on. They'll look to bring their own guy in. I think, and they'll look to go right. Let's do our own thing now and go big and get someone like I don't know a Mourinho or someone like that to see if they can take Newcastle to the next step because they had it, but they fell away. If
Yeah, but
Mourinho's in charge of Newcastle in that Champions League in that group, they go through. In my opinion, they go through. But because it was Eddie Howe, they haven't got the experience to
it
stay in
could
there.
be. It could be, but at the same time, you see the way the team used to play last year, and it was fantastic to watch. And the reality, they are still not good enough in some areas as a squad team. So it's not like last season they were playing the Premier League and that's all. This season is four competitions, and
Mm,
so well, obviously three now and well, two now really.
yeah.
So obviously now, if the Premier League results that don't start to arrive, like you say, now is no excuse. You have the full team, one game per week. So let's see, let's see. I will be sad because I like him. I like him a lot, but like you say, I
Yeah.
think Newcastle with the new owners, yeah, at the end they will go for a bigger name in the future. I think.
I'm gonna go. Look, I don't think they'll lose this game. I'm gonna
I
go.
don't think so.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Newcastle.
I'm gonna go three and a half for Newcastle just to change a bit. Yeah.
Okay. Another massive game. Nottingham Forest versus Manchester United. I mean, look,
Okay.
United have been inconsistent. Really, performances haven't really been there. They were poor against Fulham. Shocking, actually, against Fulham. But they've still got an opportunity to progress in the FA Cup. How important is this one?
With Manchester United, it's very, very unpredictable. Like you say, against Fulham, they were really poor, but the game before, actually, they were good, and we actually thought that they were getting back to what Manchester United should be. It's very unpredictable. I think they should beat Nottingham Forest. I think,
Mm, I
and
think they're going out.
well, I hope so. I hope so. But I think Erik ten Hag, he knows in the Premier League more or less it's over. Even if he doesn't want to say so, I think he knows inside. So he really needs something. If he's able to lift a trophy, it will give him. It's similar situation to Eddie Howe, to be honest with you, because in the Premier League, I don't see him getting Europa League or something like that even.
Mm. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I think they're struggling. They're
Yeah.
struggling, and look, they've blown the top four, Man United, because they were back amongst it really with an outside chance. But that performance against Fulham just cemented to me that they're still nowhere near it. Too many players. Marcus Rashford needs to step up to the plate. Honestly, some of his running, the way he walks around a football pitch, strolls about when he should be dying on a football pitch for Manchester United, doesn't put his heart and soul into the side. I've never seen anything like it. Bruno Fernandes going back to throwing his arms up in the air. I think Nottingham Forest win this game. I'm going to go for a Nottingham Forest winger. I think they're a good side. They've got some good players. Callum Hudson-Odoi. You've got Morgan Gibbs-White. Make things happen.
Yeah.
At home, they're going to see us. They're going to feel a scalp under the lights. I'm going to go
And
for a
you,
Nottingham Forest win 2-1.
I agree with you, and more playing at home as well. I think the fans they're gonna and against Manchester United they will really want to beat everybody, but against one of the big teams, they're gonna go all in. So I agree with you. I actually believe they're gonna beat them as well. I'm
Mm,
gonna go for
mm.
2-0 for Nottingham Forest.
All right. Lastly, Liverpool v Southampton. I mean, look, off the back of a Carabao Cup win, they go straight into an FA Cup game, which is a massive game for the football club. They're at home, but players are on their knees at the end of the game. Playing kids. I mean, what sort of teams are even going to be able to put out?
Yeah, I think to be honest, and more after winning the Carabao. Obviously, the FA Cup is a more important trophy, but at the end it's a trophy as well. Uh, he wants to keep obviously pushing for the Premier League and the Europa League. I really believe this game because of the injuries is gonna actually start some of the kids that play at the end of the game, in the Carabao
Yeah,
Cup
yeah,
because it's not gonna risk it to have even more injuries for the Premier League. I think obviously I hope they win with the kids and everything. Some of the kids you could see they were pretty confident and good,
yeah.
but it's not the same when you start for the club. I
No,
think I think it's gonna put a team really to say, okay, give it a big go, and if you are out, we are out. We're still in the Premier League, just won a trophy and go for the Europa League as well.
yeah. How good's Kelleher though? I mean, he was, in my opinion, man of the match the other day. He kept him in it.
Yeah, to be
I know
to,
Van Dijk got it, but Kelleher, if it wasn't for him, they don't win that game. He was absolutely fantastic.
he was brilliant. He was, like you say, man of the match by far as well. I know Van Dijk, he was fantastic. Konate was fantastic as well before he came
Mm,
off. But Kelleher saved the team, like, I think it was three times,
yeah,
but proper saves as well.
yeah,
Proper saves, like a very, very good goalkeeper saves. So, like you say, he's key for the team now because Alisson is out and he's stepping in. And you know how important it is to have a good goalkeeper, and he's doing
yeah.
really well. I don't know what this guy is gonna do, to be honest with you. When Klopp sleeps in the summer, I'm not sure if he actually is going to push to go out himself as well, because he know with Alisson there, he's not gonna be
Yeah,
a starter.
he's never going to be. He's never going to be number one, is he?
No, no,
Not at
with Alisson
Liverpool
there,
if
no.
once Alisson's there. So maybe he looks to move on. He's shown that he's good enough.
Yeah, I
Or do you
agree.
stay and be part of a Liverpool team where you're winning trophies and you've got trophies to your belt? Or do you go somewhere else and like Dean Henderson did, and you think, I'll leave Man United because I want to play, and you
Yeah,
never
but you
really
you know,
fulfil your
but you are.
potential.
But you, Jamie, as a former player, what you want to do is nice to obviously win stuff, but the reality is not secure to win stuff. It's not like, oh, if I stay, I'm gonna win this and this and this. The
Mm,
reality you want to play, and more as a young kid, you want to play. So
yeah,
I really believe this summer he will be pushing, and more with Klopp leaving, it will be the perfect excuse for him to say, listen, obviously Klopp was the one to believe in me. Now he's gone. I think I need to go and play first time,
mm,
first in football as a starter.
yeah,
Be the main guy. And
yeah.
and fair enough because he deserves it. He's a very good goalkeeper.
Yeah, yeah, he is. Yeah, I'm actually still gonna go for a Liverpool win. I think it's gonna be tight. I'm gonna go 2-1 Liverpool.
I'm going to go 1-0 for Liverpool. I still believe in the kids.
Right, Jose, let's get some predictions for the weekend. We'll go through the fixtures now. Brentford v Chelsea, win, lose or draw?
Win from Chelsea.
I'm going to go Brentford.
Yeah?
Oh, no, I'm going to go draw.
Don't change,
draw.
eh?
I'm going to go draw. Everton v West Ham.
A draw. I think Everton is going to be a big push now. A draw, even win from Everton, eh?
They don't score, but they don't concede. I'll go Everton win.
Yeah, I'm going to go draw.
All right, Fulham v Brighton.
I think actually Fulham is going to win.
You never know what team's going to turn up. I'm going to go draw. Newcastle v Wolves.
I need to go with Newcastle. They need to win. They really need to win this game.
I'm going to go Newcastle. They do need a win, but Wolves are really good away from home.
Yeah, they are.
Nottingham Forest v Liverpool.
Liverpool is going to win.
Yeah, I'll go Liverpool. Spurs v Crystal Palace. Spurs have to win this game.
Yeah, they have to win this game. But Crystal Palace with the new manager, you know how it is, with players, and they will be excited. They already beat 3-0. They won.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a tough game for Tottenham. But I agree with you. I think Tottenham will win.
Luton v Aston Villa. I'm going to go draw.
I don't know. Aston Villa are really strong, Jamie.
I know, mate. I know, but Spurs need to Spurs are chasing them down, mate, for top 4. I need Villa to start buckling.
I think they will win at Aston Villa, I think.
Burnley v Bournemouth. God, what a bad game that is. I'll go Bournemouth win.
Bournemouth win, I think as well.
Man City v Man United.
I hope. To be honest, I hope Manchester United win. To be honest, because
come on, Man City are going to win this, mate. Come on.
Yeah, but it's gonna win. It's gonna win. Manchester City is gonna win.
Sheffield United v Arsenal. I mean, if Arsenal lose this game, mate, that is the ultimate flop.
Yeah, they need to win this game. They need to win big.
Arsenal win for sure.
Yeah.
Right, Jose, that's it from us. Thanks for watching this week's episode of The Counter Attack. We'll see you next week.